Hello, today you're watching me do a speed paint of Aristocrat style Lucario from Pokemon Unite. Stick around until the end to see the finished result. In the meantime, I'll be explaining how I made this art among other things. So what I am doing first is using various shapes to construct a wireframe. I need this to trace when I do the line art so the art itself does not look horrible. It's because guidance is necessary. And so basically, I'm going to position this Lucario's hands in like a punching thing, like he's bashing his fists together, and I had it took some mental gymnastics in order to arrange these arms in order for them to be like touching each other, and I tried my best to make it all in proportion. So okay, here's me doing that right now. So okay, I just want to tell you something real quick. For a few days while I was making this art, I was actually anxious about something because I had an irresistible urge to do something, and I tried my best to fight it off, but I couldn't. So that left me anxious while I was making this art piece. So apologies if this art has any errors or mistakes, or if this video doesn't come out at 9 o'clock today. So okay, the second step of this art is going to be the line art. All I'm going to do is basically just trace the wireframe. That's pretty much it. So okay, now that I've said everything about the line art, I want to tell you that I've already got my next art planned out. It's gonna be Easter themed because by the time I post that next video, if stuff go to schedule, it'll be one day till Easter Sunday, or Easter Sunday for people living in countries like Japan or Australia. So the Easter themed art is going to be of a Torchic from Pokemon. It's because, well, Torchic is a chicken. Chicks are associated with Easter, and we're gonna add some Eastery elements to it, like an Easter egg, and you get the point. So stay tuned for that to come out. It's gonna be really cute. So anyways, if you are wondering, am I going to do any other Easter art for this year? Well, no, because it will be after Easter Sunday, and some people may complain about it being irrelevant. It's because, well, like I said earlier, it's after Easter Sunday. So okay, now I just want to tell you something. I actually altered the positioning of the wireframe. It's because, well, I thought stuff was off-centered. Let's hope it didn't off-center the art piece. So anyways, the third step of the art is the coloring. What I do is pick out colors from the various Lucario images that I have to be more faithful to the source material. Then I highlight various areas with the lasso tool, and then use the fill bucket tool to fill them in. So I sometimes draw on the patterns myself if the lasso tool is unnecessary. Also, the reason why I don't use the full bucket tool is because it leaves some pixels out of the line art and it would look unprofessional. So anyways, now we're on to the shading, and how I do this is use the lasso tool to highlight various areas to make sure nothing goes out of bounds, and use an airbrush tool to shade it all. The airbrush tool is black or white depending whether I'm doing shading or highlighting. And it's tinted blue. It's because the background is blue, and with a tinge of color, the shading and the art looks much more appealing. Also, I chose an airbrush rather than a standard pen to make the art look more realistic and professional and appealing. This airbrush also has more opacity on the shiny areas to make them shine out more. And on the white areas, I actually use a white airbrush rather than a light blue airbrush. It's because, well, the white background color is actually lighter than the white shading, highlights. So anyways, I turned the background gray so I can see what I'm doing on certain parts. And soon we're going to move on to the background, which is, you guessed it, blue. So anyways, now I'm just adding some stars with red highlights, and here's the finished result. he looks cool. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested, you can subscribe for more content like this. It's not always Pokemons. You can also follow me on Twitter or X to see my arts and other people's arts that I retweet. Goodbye.